The afternoon sun cast a warm, golden hue over the small-town auto shop as Daniel wiped the grease from his hands. He had spent 20 years restoring engines, but today something unusual was rolling toward his workspace. A massive black trailer parked outside, drawing the attention of everyone nearby. From the trailer emerged a rusted 1969 Mustang fastback, barely holding itself together. The iconic muscle car had lost its shine, its engine coughing weakly like an exhausted beast. Daniel recognized its potential instantly. To him it wasn't junk. It was history calling out to someone who understood it. Behind the car stepped a sharply dressed woman in her mid-30s, Eleanor Brooks, CEO of Brooktech Industries, known for her precision and perfection. She wore designer sunglasses, her presence radiating authority. But today, authority wasn't helping her. Her late father's Mustang was deteriorating, and she wanted it restored perfectly. Daniel approached respectfully. "Ma'am, this car has seen some rough years. Restoring it won't be easy." Eleanor crossed her arms, unimpressed by the humble surroundings. "I've been told you're the best mechanic in the state. If you can't restore it, no one can." Her tone was cold, but her eyes held a hint of hope. He inspected the engine carefully, noticing rusted valves, worn pistons, and wiring so brittle it crumbled under touch. Most mechanics would walk away from such a challenge, but Daniel loved impossible tasks. They spoke to a part of him that thrived on patience and skill. "Give me 72 hours, he said confidently. Eleanor raised an eyebrow. 72 hours? My corporate engineers said it would take weeks." Daniel simply smiled. "They work with computers. I work with heart." Something in his response caught her off guard. She nodded reluctantly. "Fine, but I'm staying to observe. I want to understand why everyone speaks so highly of you." As the hours passed, Daniel worked tirelessly. He removed each rusted bolt with surgical precision, treating the car as if it were a living thing. Eleanor watched from a distance, expecting the mechanic to make a mistake. Instead, she saw a man completely immersed in his craft, every movement deliberate and controlled. By evening, the car lay in pieces across the workshop floor, its heart exposed, its flaws painfully clear. Daniel studied every inch, diagnosing what others had missed. "Your engineers tried modern techniques," he told her. "But this engine needs old-school understanding. It needs to be rebuilt the way it was born." Eleanor listened, intrigued. Throughout the night, Daniel cleaned pistons, polished the carburetor, and restored every component by hand. He treated rust like a puzzle, corrosion like a story that needed rewriting. Eleanor saw the passion in his eyes, the way he breathed life into metal. It was unlike anything her high-tech world had prepared her for. The next morning, she brought him breakfast, surprising even herself. "Why, do you work so hard on something this old?" she asked softly. Daniel didn't look up. "Because someone loved this car once, and things that are loved shouldn't be allowed to die." The answer struck her deeply, reminding her of her father. As day 2 progressed, Daniel crafted custom parts by hand, bending metal with heat and skill. Eleanor watched in awe as he performed tasks her engineers said were impossible. There was no hesitation in his actions, only certainty. The car responded to him, as if recognizing someone who understood its soul. Late into the second night, Daniel faced the biggest challenge, the engine block's cracked interior. Eleanor sighed. "That's it, isn't it? It's over." Daniel shook his head. "Not if you trust me." She hesitated, then nodded slowly. Daniel began heating, sanding, reshaping, using an old restoration technique even experts had forgotten. The method was dangerous and required flawless precision. One wrong move and the engine would shatter beyond repair. Eleanor held her breath as he worked. Sweat dripped down his face, his hands steady as stone. But when he finished, the crack had disappeared completely, restored to perfect alignment. She stared, speechless. By the third morning, Daniel reassembled the engine piece by piece, bringing the Mustang back to life. Eleanor found herself rooting for the mechanic she had underestimated. She saw how responsibility weighed on him, not for money or prestige, but for the legacy of a car that mattered to someone else. Finally, the moment arrived. The Mustang stood restored, its engine gleaming like polished silver. Daniel climbed into the driver's seat, turned the key, and held his breath. Eleanor stepped closer, her heart pounding. The engine roared to life, smooth, powerful, alive again after years of silence. Eleanor's jaw dropped as the shop filled with the deep growl of the Mustang. "I can't believe it," she whispered. Daniel stepped out, wiping his hands with a cloth. "Your father must have loved this car. Now it's ready to be loved again." For the first time, Eleanor smiled with genuine emotion. She walked slowly around the car, touching the restored metal. "My engineers couldn't do in weeks what you did in 3 days." Daniel shrugged modestly. "Machines talk, Mom. Most people just don't listen." Eleanor studied him carefully, seeing the quiet genius behind the grease-stained shirt and humble demeanor. "Daniel," she said finally, "I want to offer you a position as head engineer at Brooktech. Name your salary." He smiled politely, shaking his head. "Thank you, but I belong here. Cars like these, they need me more than the corporate world does." Eleanor wasn't offended. She understood. Before leaving, she extended her hand. "You didn't just restore a car, you restored a memory." Daniel nodded, touched by her words. As the Mustang's engine roared again, Eleanor glanced back at him with admiration, realizing she had witnessed something rare. True mastery, born from passion, not technology. As the trailer drove away, Daniel stood at the entrance of his shop, watching the dust settle. He felt tired but fulfilled. Some jobs change your day, others change your spirit. Restoring the Mustang had done both, and somewhere inside, he knew he had honored a father's love and a daughter's grief. Back in her office, Eleanor replayed the moment repeatedly. The mechanic's steady hands, his calm confidence, the impossible becoming possible. She realized genius didn't always wear a suit or hold a title. Sometimes it wore gloves, smelled of engine oil, and worked in a garage far from the corporate world.